Right, we're going to do a 12 bar sequence in the key of A today. Now this is very, very similar to the tune Killing Floor by Howlin Wolf. Lots of people have recorded Killing Floor, including Jimi Hendrix. Now, you can combine two guitar parts on this. I'm going to do the lower riff first, and then I'm going to do the upper part. So you can get together with a friend and swap parts. Now the low riff goes like this. Then we're back in again. Now what we're doing here, we're starting off in A this time, we're in the key of A, so our second finger is on the 6th string at fret 5. And we do a double down stroke, down, down. Then our first finger crosses to the 5th string at fret 4, and we do a double down stroke there. Then our second finger goes to the 5th string at fret 5. And we pick that 4 times, and it's best to go down, up, up. I've slowed that up there, down, up, but it's eventually, keep that wrist resting on the bridge and you'll be able to get that motion. So it's, then our third finger goes to the 5th string at fret 6 and we pick that one, followed by our 4th finger which goes to the 5th string at fret 7 and we pick that one. That then completes phrase 1. Having done that, the idea then is to repeat it 4 times for 4 bars. Then we take it over a string for the D. So just to help you, that's the second finger on the 5th string now at fret 5, pick it twice. First finger on the 4th string at 4, pick that one twice. Second finger on the 4th string at 5, that's 4 times, down, up, but like that. Then our third finger goes to the 4th string at 6, we pick that one. And our little finger then is on the 4th string at 7 and we pick that one. So that's our D phrase, and we do that twice. Then we return back to the A phrase, which you'll know. Twice more. Now we come up to the E and do the same phrasing there. So for the E we start on the 5th string at fret 7 with our second finger, down, down. Then our first finger goes to the 4th string at fret 6 and then that's down, down. Then our second finger's on the 4th string at 7, that's 4 times, down, up. Then our third finger goes to the 4th string at 8 and we pick that. Then our little finger, our 4th finger, is on the 4th string at 9 and we pick that. And we just do the E phrase 1 time. Then we drop back to the D phrase, which you'll know, that's the one that starts on the 5th string at fret 5. And then we go back to A, but we slightly change the rhythm now. We're going to do that. We're going to put our second finger on A, which remember is the 6th string at fret 5. Down, up. That's our rhythm. Down, up, like that. Then our first finger goes to the 5th string at fret 4 and we do the same rhythm there. Down, up. Then our second finger is on the 5th string at 5 and that's down, up. Then our third finger is on the 5th string at 6 and that's down, up. So it's the same rhythm on each note. Like that. And then we put an E7 chord on. Now that's our third finger on the 5th string at fret 7, second finger on the 4th string at fret 6, 4th finger on the 3rd string at fret 7, first finger on the 2nd string at fret 5. So you do the run up, place the E7 on, and and then go like that, up, down, up, down, up, down, 3 times. The upstrokes, I'm pretty much aiming for the treble strings, 1, 2 and 3. And then the downstroke is a mute, like that. As you strike down, put the side of your hand onto the string so that it makes that muted effect as opposed to strumming the chord. So I'll do it in slow motion. I'll do that again. With a riff. You could, at the end of that riff, if you wanted to, play the 5th string at fret 7, so you could do the run up and then move your 3rd finger onto the 5th string at fret 7, ready to put on the D7, and just pick that note once. Lay the D7 on, start again. Right, so it's 4 times on A, twice on D, twice on A, once on E, once on D, and then the turnaround phrase up to the E7. Right then, for those of you that listen to Howlin' Wolf's version of Killing Floor, you'll hear a fantastic guitarist supplying the rhythm under the Wolf. He's a guy called Hubert Sumlin, well worth checking out. And he does a rhythm like this. Follows a 12-bar pattern there. So we're still in the key of A when we're doing this. Now the phrase that works on the A chord starts like this. Put your 2nd finger onto the 3rd string at fret 7, pick it and slide to fret 9. When you get to fret 9, leave it there, place your 1st finger on the 2nd string at fret 8 and your 3rd finger on the 1st string at fret 9. That's the upper part of an A7 chord. And then with those fingers on, strike those 3 strings, strings 1, 2 and 3, with an upstroke of your pick. You can give it a little shake there. Then do a muted downstroke. That's like that, just on the top 3 strings, with the side of your hand resting on the guitar strings. And then go down, up, down with your pick. Take that shape off and then put your 1st finger over strings 1, 2 and 3 at fret 7 and strike them with an upstroke, just 1, 2 and 3. So we get. Then we go on to the A chord, put your 2nd finger onto the 3rd string at fret 5, pick it and slide to fret 6, keep it at fret 6 and then place your 1st finger over strings 1 and 2 at fret 5 and then strike the chord with an upstroke, and then that's followed by a muted downstroke again. Again, it's that same technique where you bring the side of your hand onto the strings. You may be able to, so it mutes the notes as opposed to. So up to there we get. Then after you've done that muted strike on the A, you go down, up, down, down, up, down, just on the top 3 strings. So we get. Then you do it again. Then we do the same thing on the D chord. D7, place your second finger on the third string at fret 12, pick it and slide to fret 14. When you get there, leave it on and place your first finger on the second string at fret 13 and your third finger on the first string at 14. And that gives you a D7 then. Strike it with an upstroke and then a muted downstroke. Like that again. And then go down, up, down. Take that chord off and put your first finger over 1, 2 and 3 at fret 12 and strike those 3 strings with a sharp upstroke. So we get. Then we go to the D chord. Our second finger's on the third string now at fret 10. Pick it and slide to fret 11. Leave it there and place your first finger over strings 1 and 2 at 10. And then with those 3 fingers in place, hit those top 3 strings with an upstroke. Then a muted downstroke. And then as we did on the A chord, you go down, up, down, like that. So for the D section we get. We do it just once in that position and then we return back to our A. Which you'll know. Then we come to the E7 chord. Now the E7 is done like this. We place our first finger over strings 1, 2, 3 and 4 at fret 9 as a mini bar and our second finger on the first string at fret 10. And we go down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up. And then that's followed by up, up, down. Now it's optional how many strings you hit. Don't worry about how many strings you're hitting. I'm probably only hitting the top 3 or 4 when I do that. There's our rhythm. Then you drop it 2 frets and do the same thing on a D7. So for the D7, your first finger should be over strings 1, 2, 3 and 4 at fret 7 and your second finger's on the first string at fret 8. Down, up, up. Like that. And then up, up, down. So we get E7, D7. And then we go back to the A riff that you know. But we only take it to that point. We don't go to the A chord. We just go to where we have our first finger over strings 1, 2 and 3 at 7. So we cut it short. And then what happens is we put an E7 chord on. Now remember, the E7 chord is our third finger on E, the 5th string at fret 7. Second finger on the 4th string at fret 6. 4th finger on the 3rd string at fret 7. First finger on the 2nd string at fret 5, that's the E7 chord. And we do that. We strike it with an upstroke. Again, it's optional how many strings you hit. Don't be too exacting about that. Again, I'm only aiming for the upper strings. And then that's followed by that muted downstroke, where you go like that. See my hands physically laying on the strings, just over that rear pickup, to get that. Takes a bit of experimentation, but you'll get it. Slow's the way to go, of course. Like that. Don't be afraid to really go for it. Then we start again. Back to A. D7. A. E7. Here we go. Groove on.